Heather watches a channel on YouTube, and that channel has paranormal, like these like ghost sighting stuffs, and I am such a fucking skeptic. Oh my god, I have too damn many. The Captain Facebeard channel is like subscribed to everything. I'm even subscribed to some random people who have subscribed to me that I've just been like, oh, you're cool. It's it's Heather that finds this so funny when I watch these. So she was like, other people would find watching you watch these funny. Yeah, give me your 10 scariest ghosts. See if you got anything on it. I don't believe none of this.
Walk without rhythm.
I'm just such a dick about it right away.
One night, couple Eric and Dunya head out to the beach in the Netherlands. They plan to search for the bioluminescent algae that only appears during warm summer nights. The algae is a favorite amongst photographers and sightseers because of its otherworldly blue sparkle as it crashes into the ocean waves. Now, unfortunately, Eric and Dunya don't find any of the algae while strolling along the beach, and they decide to just head back home. They stroll along a pathway that is surrounded by the overgrown brush of what is referred to in the Netherlands as the dunes.
Your brush is overgrown.
Without even knowing, Eric captures something that is downright chilling.
All right, give me it, Eric. What do you got? Fucking eye shine, buddy. Yep. 100% you're talking eye shine.
I'm gonna make your head explode again.
While panning the camera, a dark shadow-like mass can be seen popping up and then quickly ducking back down into the brush. It happens so quick that the couple doesn't even notice. Now, it's worth mentioning that the fence you see in the video is there for a reason, as it's highly illegal to cross the fence and walk into the dunes. These particular dunes are an important protected natural habitat for rare bird species that nest there during summer months. So it is highly unlikely that anyone could have been hiding in the bushes. And there are no large animals in the dunes. Now, this is when things start to get really weird.
Okay.
What did you hear?
I don't know. I had something like following me.
Don't say that. I don't know. We're way too far away from any people to be getting creeped out over this kind of shit right now.
I'll keep it to myself next time.
Yeah, please do.
Okay. I'm gonna.
No, but are you serious? Did you really hear something?
Yeah, I really heard
But what
something.
did it sound like?
I don't know, like something like crawling, but following. It's a bit weird. It's like, yeah, crawling but following.
Is it still following us now?
No, it stopped because we stopped.
So if we keep on going, it's going to keep on following us.
Yeah,
No,
I don't believe you.
Anymore. Yeah, I heard it.
Again?
Yeah.
There's nothing here though, babe.
Maybe there's like a friendly bunny. An overly friendly bunny.
Dunya swears that she hears something following along after them.
None.
From somewhere within
It's a
the
Mothman,
thick
baby,
brush of the dunes.
Fuck.
So just what is this? And even creepier, is it following them as they hurry home?
See, for me, I go with Occam's razor. Simplest explanation is usually correct, and there is a chance that you want to get the hell out of there because it's not a ghost, it's not a strange thing, it's somebody. And that's more frightening. Well, I suppose if there's not going to be any animals that are that size in there, that's a person. So they most likely mean you ill will and leave. Just get out of there. But this one is very, very kind of feels hoaxy. It doesn't feel like they're. It feels disingenuous. Like I don't believe you. Kind of thing. We'll find ones that I'm just like, yeah, no, I 100% believe that.
The Night Visitor. An overnight security guard is watching the basement lobby of a luxurious apartment building in Santa Marta, Colombia. At around 3 a.m., an old woman approaches the door, and the guard hurries over.
There are some things on here that they do catch that are really cool.
The old lady asks for help, and it seems like the guard and the elderly woman are having a long conversation.
But what I find interesting is having done a lot of video editing, video effects, and stuff like that. Like I'm not really good with like movie effects and things, but
anyone else in this room. As his fellow guards watch him
I
on the
can kind of
CCTV
spot some of the things
monitor from the
when you
control
can
room, they
tell
start
that the
to
lighting
get
is
a
off
bit
and
concerned. So they radio him and ask, hey, well, what's going on down there? The guard says, I'm talking to an old lady who says she needs some help. But the guard's blood runs cold as multiple replies come back on his radio from his fellow guards who say, there's no one there.
okay.
The guard seems shocked, so they repeat, there is no one there. There is no one there. The guard is shook. He smashes at the elevator button in an irrational panic and then just makes a run from the building. When investigating the case later, residents of the apartment say that they have
out
also
of ways
witnessed the spirit of the old lady.
to quit your
Some say they
job,
have
I'm gonna
also
give
had
that one like a
conversations with
9
her
because
where
that's
she
pretty damn
asks
good.
for help.
But
So what do you think is going on here?
but I'm more concerned for him because if he actually did talk to an old lady, he is having a severe issue. Yeah, it can be sometimes too that there's just something a little like kind of flat that shadow is hitting, that because it did look a little bit like a shadow of a bush. It didn't look so much shaped like the head of something. It looked more like a cluster of things. So you're probably right at that it's a lot of times you'd be surprised just what a light flashing around can look like. And then there's also pareidolia. Pareidolia is our defense mechanism against predation for us to look into certain things like a bush and see whether or not there might be a face in that, just in case there might be a predator in there that's going to come out of that bush from us and get us. We're hardwired to see that stuff. That's why we see stuff in clouds. And it's part of our imagination too, right? So it's a lot of times these things can be, but sometimes they do pick up things that I'm like, I don't know 100% whether or not that's a hoax, like actual kind of video hoax, or but that did look just like a cluster of leaves.
Did the security guard really see a ghost? I leave it up to you to decide. Poltergeist.
He's got a great collection of stuff on his channel too. If you find this stuff interesting,
years old and is haunted by some sort of
might as well plug him while I'm watching these.
They say that they often
He doesn't need it, though.
Unexplained activity. So they decided to set up a security camera in an attempt to catch some of these strange phenomena on video.
I have issues with some of the security camera ones because of some of them have slower frame rates
early one evening after
than normal.
dinner,
like they'll
one
run
of
at
the
12
kids
frames a
is sitting at the
second
dining room table with their
in
laptop.
case, like for
When
the purposes of
this
recording,
happens.
so that they get. This one looks to be full frame, but also there's the picture in general tends to be a little bit worse quality, and
do the bed.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for a quick shower.
Okay.
Okay.
there's a lot of compression artifacts and things like that happen in the actual videos.
We love you.
Love you.
Because you can kind of see with him walking by there how blurry he is. Here's a perfect example. Watch as the child runs past the corner of the table. They will become completely translucent for a couple of frames. Let's pause on this frame for a moment. I'm also looking for things that I couldn't just do right now myself.
Two separate chairs inexplicably move by themselves, one of them tipping over and falling to the floor. The girl quickly puts down her headset and hurries to find her dad. But that's not all. Less than an hour later on the same night, this happens.
What you got?
A cup suddenly flies off the dining room table, spooking the family dog.
I could...
Cut to another day, and the family dad begins to hear
Keep it coming.
strange noises
Show me.
coming from the back
What do
of
you
the
got?
house. Fearing the worst, he grabs his phone and records as he goes to investigate. What happens next
is chilling. So far, the two chairs and the cup, easily done with just fishing line. Even that kind of camera probably would not need you probably would not notice just normal fishing line on that type of camera. You wouldn't even need like microfilament. But let's see what's so chilling here in a second.
Is downright chilling.
A noise from downstairs. It sounded like footsteps. It came from the back of the house. And
Do you know what the one thing is, though, that kind of made me into a skeptic for this kind of stuff? Is fucking America's Funniest Home Videos. When they would show how people faked the videos, and I was just like maybe about like 11, 10, something like that. I was like, oh, and I kind of just, I guess that's what ruined me. Yeah. Just any kind of periphery thing. I get that. That can creep you out. he was a shitty actor. But he's killing it at comedy.
we know we're the only people in the house.
Okay.
There's no one else here.
Mm-hmm. We got.
I'm gonna stay here.
Huh?
I'm gonna stay here. It's too scary.
All right.
Didn't come from this area of the house, but it sounded like footsteps. Jesus Christ, the door just closed.
Was there someone in? Did you see anyone?
And there's one thing that he will mention too, because he's I like this guy because he looks into these videos and other things like that. But one thing he mentions is the same kind of idea as America's Funniest Home Videos. Does this help their YouTube channel?
Hello? Hello?
Does this get them a whole bunch of views? Could you do this yourself?
That's creepy. Hello?
The door is really stiff on the carpet.
So he can't close so well. So how
Gotta love Dolph.
There's no window open. You can move open the
Friggin' what is it? Chemical engineering? He has a master's degree in something like
Let's get
that?
out of here, guys. Come on.
Yeah, quick.
Guys, go on. Go.
A bedroom door.
Have you ever heard of that band Bad Religion? The guy that sings for them, Greg Graffin, is I think it's UCLA that he teaches at, like one of those big schools, and he has a doctorate in both zoology and fucking political science, I believe. I think he teaches zoology, which is a really, really odd combo of things. What are you doing? Like, you know, zoology with like a minor in political science. Fuck. You could have been a kid under there. Yeah. I mean,
At the end of the hallway on the second floor slams shut.
it's,
They open the door to inspect the bedroom.
God
and
forbid that people are smart
no
and know
one
how to play
there.
music too. It's okay.
So could this family be dealing with a poltergeist? I leave it to you to decide.
I don't believe so.
Before we move on to the next video, if you see anything that you think should be included in the top 5,
Oh, don't worry,
contact
man.
us at nukestop5@gmail.com.
Send you all the emails.
A haunting visit.
Okay.
Kimberly Carlisle from Waynesboro, Mississippi received a motion detection update on her outdoor security camera. When she checked the footage, she found something truly creepy.
Don't believe that for a second. See, look at how much that footage lit up. Let's just... Okay. What do we got here?
She found something truly creepy.
Cool, cool. So it's going over it. Why is the thing, the ghost, pixelated? Because I tell you right now, one of the most annoying things for compositing video, or like video footage over each other, is first of all, it sucks to try to get transparent video. You have to do some real stupid things. But also, unless you're using like old school methods, but digitally, you kind of have to mess with it and get like a WebM or something like that made out of it. But the pixelation is pretty fucking bad. I went Canadian there, but pretty fucking bad, bud. Is there snow? Yeah, okay. I mean, it's obviously the shape of a woman and a child. But, I mean, then again, too, let's see. Let's give it the benefit of the doubt. Let's not become such curmudgeons.
The video quickly gained popularity. Many curious viewers commented that it looks like there's 2 or possibly 3 apparitions. Some even say that it's a lady wearing a dress from the 1900s, followed by her 2
See,
ghostly
that at that
children.
particular point is
Now,
pareidolia
Kimberly and
kicking
her
in,
husband
where
William say that they have had
we
their
are kind of
security
seeing
camera
what we
in
want to
place
see,
for a
like
long
where
time, but they have never caught any.
we're going to guess, first of all, that if this person is a ghost and they're dead, most likely they're over hundreds of years old. You know, over dead for a long time. So they've got to be wearing like old Victorian clothes kind of thing. We just kind of pick that up, you know? But then again, I smoke a lot of weed, so I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Well, I kind of do, but kind of don't. Not really. I just speculate and shit. It's all good.
Anything like
But this looks fake. This looks real
So what do
fake.
you think this is? Was it just a very odd fog rolling through the area? And if so, why did they only get this one creepy notification? The staircase. Paranormal investigators Jeff, Phil, and Mark from the
Easiest thing to do with that is just ask those people, can I have the original video footage? And if they go, no, just be like, all right, cool.
YouTube channel Ghost Tech Paranormal Investigations stay close to home in their new exploration as they spend the night at Phil's workplace in Kent, England. In 1902, the Kent Electric...
Uh-huh. Okay. I thought it was like a hotel called Phil's Workplace. Because I would fucking call like a little bed and breakfast Phil's workplace if there was a dude that ran it named Phil that worked there. Never mind.
At Phil's workplace in Kent, England. In 1902, the Kent Electric Power Company was built on the same land where Phil now works. Due to poor working conditions and a general disregard for worker safety, there were many horrific accidents. Many workers lost their lives inside the old power plant, and it was eventually rebuilt in a new location. However,
they've got the
many
plant,
believe that
but
the
we've
ghosts of
got
the
the
old
power.
power plant workers still haunt the location.
Of course
Bill
they do.
says that through the years,
I
he's
would.
had multiple paranormal encounters.
If I
while
died at work, I'd never
but over
fucking
that
leave.
time,
I'd be
he's
such
just
a
sort of
dick about it.
gotten used to it.
I'd just be,
Ghost Tech Paranormal
oh,
Investigations
damn day
team
long,
sets up several
messing
static
everybody's
cameras in
day
the
up.
building to capture any supernatural activity. Then Jeff and Phil decide to ask questions directed at any residual spirits that might still haunt the building.
Terry, you get to hear the story now. I told you once that I was going to tell you, and I forgot, but I'm going to tell you the Ouija board story. Did I tell you the Ouija board story before? Let's have a moment and think about this. Either way, I'm telling the Ouija board story. The Ouija board story happened when I was like fucking 16, probably. And of course, as you would expect, there was a Ouija board involved, which is made by Hasbro. It's a toy. But good. So the way I understand, I watch a lot of stuff from Darren Brown. I've read a lot. I've been really interested in magic and stuff like that for a very long time, and different ways of like mentalism. I can't do any of that shit, but I find it fascinating. No, it's I remember watching Darren Brown explaining how a Ouija board works, and it's subconscious muscle movements that you can't control is basically what it is. So as long as one person has a will of what they want to happen, it will happen. And also, yes, magic is real. That is 100% true. As somebody who sometimes is a unicorn, I agree. Magic is 100% real. But so we're doing this and doing the puck and everything like that. And there was 4 of us, I think. Well, wait. There's me. I know there's my buddy Jason. There was a girl named Marcy, which we'll focus on in a moment. She is the hero of our story. The unlikely. There's my buddy Robert, and I think Scott was there too, but that's fine. So, what happened was, as you're going through and doing this stuff, my buddy Jason, he asks, "Is there a spirit present?" And it goes to yes. Oh shit! There's a spirit, and he asked, "Where are you?" And it went to H-E. And he was like, if this says hell, it's going to be really, really lame. Or one of them said that, and it said R-E. And the girl got up and she hit the light in my living room to try and turn it on. But like a fucking boss, that light picked the perfect moment to flash and die. And she left the front of my apartment door screaming her ass off because she already thought that the apartment I lived in with my mom was haunted. But getting up and turning that light on and then just having just darkness come to her, oh, she couldn't take that. It was fucking funny. There we go. Finally did it. I got it out. Spoke my truth about the Ouija board. Fucking funniest thing I've ever seen. Fuck did she peel. Like, so quick. We've been watching a lot of Letterkenny lately. And now I'm just thinking about Mennonites and fucking they run.
And this is when things start to get really creepy.
See? First of all, why are you giving me this angle? Don't do that. Don't film through the damn stairs. Or the railings.
Can you walk somewhere on the staircase? That's what I was thinking. Can you walk up the stairs towards me, please? Don't worry about Jeff. Push past him.
This is why, like, suspense movies just don't do a damn thing for me. I'm like, would something happen? Looks like absolutely nothing happened.
As we are hearing movement on the stairs, Phil asks for whoever it is to come up the stairs, and I hear footsteps approach me. Here is the enhanced audio.
I thought someone was coming up the stairs.
Okay.
The sound of footsteps can be heard.
Here's the thing. That's your mic. Mic stands, things that mics are on, if you're listening with headphones, there's so many stupid weird noises that will vibrate through a microphone. Do not trust that.
Coming towards Jeff as he's standing on the staircase. Cut to a little later into the investigation, and the team decides to take a break upstairs. Right after they leave, a static camera pointed at the staircase captures something truly chilling.
It was probably about 2 months ago that I realized, oh my God, I now have all of because I have a bit of a background in animation, not the best. I have some other software and tools and stuff like that, and I've done some things. Was the first guy naked? Hope not. But that I've gotten, I think at this point, that if I get inspired as to what the hell I'm actually going to use, I could do Monty Python style, like Terry Gilliam style animation. I can pull that off now. And that makes me very, very happy for the kind of stupid stuff. But was dude naked?
The team decides to take a break upstairs. No. Right after they leave, a static camera pointed at the staircase captures something truly chilling. A shadow figure can be seen on the staircase, which then vanishes as it walks to the side.
Does it now?
A shadow figure can be seen on the staircase, which then... A shadow figure can be seen on the staircase, which...
That is absolute bullshit. That is because... Watch the fade in. It's gonna do it again, I think.
No. A shadow figure can be seen on the staircase, which then...
That fade in, that is not... Because it gets taller all of a sudden, boom, and the way that it fades in is really, really suspect. I don't like that.
A shadow figure can be seen on the staircase, which then vanishes as it walks to the...
I've tried that effect before, and it turned out that bad. That might even possibly be somebody at the top of the stairs, but that looks...
side.
I don't like that.
Now, it should be noted here that the shadow disappears right into a solid wall. So could it be that Phil's workplace is haunted by the ghosts of the deceased old power plant workers?
When a shadow gets to surface that it can't go through.
You can
It's
watch
just going
this
to end up
entire
landing on that
investigation
surface and
and many
staying
more
there.
spooky moments over on the YouTube channel.
Or if the
Ghost
light
Tech
behind it moves
Paranormal
in a certain way, it's going to be completely gone.
Disappearing Act.
Who is here?
What the? Okay, no.
Come on! You matter!
Popular Chinese
yes.
ghost hunter Shao.
That's something that Heather was saying, was that oh sweet, I have to make that smaller to go take a look, and I will in a little bit. Oh, I can do it right now. But Heather was saying that the Chinese ghost hunters, it's a thing in Chinese that to get rid of a spirit, you fucking swear at it. Like, you just lose your shit at it. So they're always saying shit like "fuck your mother" to the ghosts. It's kind of pretty cool, actually. What do we got? Oh, that's fucked up. Do you want me to watch these in the privacy of my own privacy? It's your footage, so if you are okay with it, I will check it out. One thing I can offer for the idea of a scratch showing up on your arm, just all of a sudden, is possible like allergic reactions. I've gotten weird hives, and the place that I used to work was really fucking bad for that. When we had to do anything with the dust that was there, it was like the most because dust usually doesn't bother me, but that place, holy crap. Okay. Okay, it does have a thing to full screen it. Okay. So that goes across frame. Okay. So those they call them orbs. Usually, from what I hear, it is dust or a bug that's being caught by the camera. And it does kind of make a little bit of sense when you see that, because for me, it's the way it's getting lit up by the lens. It's kind of changing its lighting as it goes back and forth, if you know what I mean. That's weird. Okay, good. I was just checking to see if it starts when I go back, if it just keeps playing. Okay. I can give a weird explanation if you'd like, and it's that it could be a small animal in there. Probably most likely not. But are you anywhere near like a large intersection by a like, is the garage close to the street? And possibly, do you have large like trucks or dump trucks or garbage trucks that might drive by? Because after a while, those kind of vibrations will move things. Okay. Like, the easiest, simplest way to explain what that might be is that it's just shifted and came out. Other than that, it's I can tell you that, no, I mean, like, if it wasn't your footage, I would tell you that it didn't look faked. It doesn't look like there's video tampering to anything that's in there. Even the smallest things like that, over a period of months, can make something move or shift or whatnot. There are certain rocks in the desert, and I can't remember which desert it is, but they do kind of have like one side that's a little flat, if I remember correctly, and it looks like there's a line of sand from them. And it's just because that the wind, when it hits them, it's very, very, very slightly moving them, and over time, they move because of the sand. The sand kind of it lets them slide across it, kind of thing. It's neat. But that might be possibly. Otherwise, I'm gonna say don't spend a lot of time by yourself in your garage. Yeah, it's just as logical to say it could be paranormal activity as to it could be over time just shifting of something or possible very small insects that have moved or any kind of thing. A little bit more dust is now on one side than the other, and it just over a while caused a shift. But it could also be the Illuminati. That's cool. Thank you. I appreciate you, Mr. Pete. Oh, they see a lot of his stuff because he's I think he goes and does like the exploration. First of all, why are you going to places like that? And whether there's a ghost there or not, if you think you hear a noise at some of the places that this guy goes to, get the hell out, because worst case scenario, it's a demon that's going to possess you. Best case scenario, it's a dude and he's not happy, or a bunch of them.
How long sets out
Could
to
be fucking
investigate
Tusken
the
Raiders, you
creepy
never
story
know.
surrounding an abandoned and allegedly haunted mansion in Foshan City, China. He broadcasts his exploration live on his YouTube channel.
What's a Penhurst? I'm technically a reverend, if that helps. Well, not technically, I am. I'm an atheist, but fuck it. I decided just to go, yeah, I'm gonna become a minister too, so I can do weddings. I thought I had heard the name before. I think Heather's watched a show where they had gone and checked out that place. Yeah, and there's another one in Long Island, or is it in somewhere in the Bronx? That's really, really fucked up. Oh, that's scary too, because something like a toolbox like that, someone could get hurt really, really bad with that. I don't know. I can't remember. Heather, if Heather was here, would be in good shape because she watches a lot of that kind of stuff. Me, not so much, but sometimes I like to pontificate about the noodlings of the spirit world.
And also on a Chinese broadcasting app, as thousands tune in to watch his live stream. As Xiaolong makes his way through the massive building, exploring the long hallways room by room, he suddenly hears a very eerie sound.
This guy has gotten some footage I've seen before where I've just been like, dude, get the fuck out of there. Like, you need to get out of there now. Yeah, that's not a good sound. I didn't see anything. Did somebody see something? Usually he comes back and he goes, did you see it? So if we miss something, he's going to tell us.
Xiaolong is shocked as he hears the creepy sound of a guqin, an ancient Chinese musical instrument, being played by someone. But Xiaolong's night is about to become much more terrifying. As he continues to explore, he finds himself lost in an endless maze of confusing hallways in the large abandoned mansion.
The angry guys
what happens
just
next
screaming at clouds. The 7-Eleven. Okay, what do you got? Oh. Oh. Huh? The building? What? Hearsay and conjecture, speculation. That's you've got every right to damn well be afraid, dude. If like think of Think of all the possible uses for a shelter that's abandoned that people think might be haunted. Oh, the stuff I can hide in there that people aren't going to go look for. But the people that do look for it might end up hidden in there too. See what I'm saying? Double-edged sword? Triple entendre?
我操你妈！哎呦！我操你妈呀！我操你妈！谁呀？我操你妈！
Oh yeah, dude, get the fuck out of there. So, because like, Cocaine Bear. Heather's boss sent her a picture today. Oh. Okay. How do I? Yeah, so it's like a picture of a... This is so dumb. Wait for it. Oh, ha, 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 ha. There we go. Okay. Sent her this picture this morning. So Heather wakes up, this is what she sees in her messenger. I want that fucking shirt. I do. I want that shirt. It's a great shirt. But the guy that was there, it kind of looked to me like it looked like his arm was like this. That's not a good sign. Oh yeah, I don't like. I smoke weed because shit's wrong with me. But my whole thing has been if people kill for it, die from it, or end up providing the services of oral fellatio for it, it is probably best to pass that left. Just. But yeah, that sweater. No, it looks like whoever's there, if there's actually another person that this is not a hoax, they're holding something. Like, their arm is up like this, and they don't have a flashlight.
Xiaolong is shocked as he sees an eerie shadow figure seemingly watching him from the end of the hall. He charges toward it only to find that it has disappeared and now reappears back where he started. He chases it, but again, it disappears.
The only thing I do have to say, though, is he by himself?
The door unexplainably closed by itself. So Xiaolong thinks that the dark figure he saw might have ducked inside the room. So he heads.
Because the only thing that bothers me with a hallway like that when they're filming these things is if he has a friend with him that's behind him, that friend's light is shining on him and making him look like he's the shadow at the end of the hallway. Besides that, it looks like it might have actually been a person. And I don't suggest staying there. This has just always been in my mind of like, people get addicted to this. And like, they spend their life trying to get this. It's probably not great. Well, it's probably fucking fantastic. But I'm not interested. The only thing, and this is going to be, I think I just kind of figured this dude out. Because He has a lot of videos. There are a lot of things that happen to him. Just one more time, he's got a lot of videos. There are a lot of things that happen to him. Does that sound right to you? That he has that much content of that much stuff happening to him? Because that doesn't sound right to me. That sounds you didn't find the paranormal. You made the paranormal. Because the chances of hitting the nail on the head that fucking often, if this guy is this lucky that he finds that many paranormal disturbances, then they are easy to find, and we should have more than enough documented proof at this particular point. Fei Wong. I was thinking you know what's a great movie? An absolutely fucking fantastic movie is Tu Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything. Yeah, no, that just kind of,
and with that
logic kicked in and just kind of broke this for me.
That along the winding halls of the mansion and eventually makes his escape. So did Xiaolong capture a strange teleporting shadow figure? As always, I leave that to you to decide. You can watch many more of Xiaolong's terrifying explorations live on his YouTube channel.
I think that just broke this for me. That
Xiaolong.
Like, look at all of that
in the house.
That's there.
When TikTok user Leanne moved
and
into
that's
her new
just
house
his
with
first
her
page. The amount of videos that are probably in there.
Much about the property's history or previous owners. But as it turns out, a man had taken his own life in the house many years ago. Even stranger, the previous owners said that the house was haunted by that man's ghost.
No, the space felt like that from you knowing that something like that happened there, and it's really, really sad that that happened to that man there. But that's something that I was talking to watching these with Heather before, is that when we know that something like that has happened in a space, we can give that space like a personification that it wouldn't normally have if we didn't know that.
And had left in fear. So, not long after Leanne and her family move into the house, odd, unexplainable things begin to occur. One day, Leanne notices her 6-year-old son Dylan exhibiting some very odd behavior.
Cute kaiju.
Little Dylan is playing with his toys in the living room when he can be heard saying, "Who's that?" Then Dylan seems to be looking at something that we can't see, before quickly spinning around, seemingly frightened by something behind him, almost as if he felt something touch him. And
I will tell you right now, for somebody who is as weird of a human being as I am, there's nothing more fun than having conversations with small children like that. But they are also fucking terrifying. They're also creepy, morbid, odd, but also energetic and imaginative, and sometimes thinks things are, it's to kind of base it off a kid, it's a bit hard. Also, he's looking into a TV at that time. Oh yeah. I didn't have any brothers and sisters, but instead, to make up for that, I had Skull Mountain and Castle Grayskull. So I just wage epic wars against myself.
And things just get creepier from here. One autumn day, Leanne is outside filming little Dylan as he plays in the fallen leaves. Then this happens.
Yay!
I'm just thinking of that dog. You've seen the video. Everybody's seen the video. It's got probably like 90 billion hits of just the dog that runs through the. Most of you probably have a damn dog that does that too. Oh, they're crazy. But this poor kid, he's going down. He's going down. Chucky's gonna come and just fucking drag him into the leaves. Hmm. What's with that? There's... Look right by the kid's chest right here. There's a little blur that I don't like.
Dylan
Although the
happily
footage is
throws
not
around
great.
leaves, and then he seems to throw his toy at
I'm just going to check that I have it on. Yeah, it's already on 1080p. Okay.
something. But then some unknown
I can see it right there. Right the very, very, very first second that he does that, you can see it right on his shoulder.
to something. But then some
Do you
unknown
see it right
force
there?
seems to
Right before, as he's just turning, there's a blur on his shoulder.
around leaves, and then he seems to throw his toy at something. But then some unknown force seems to forcibly shove him to the ground.
Yeah,
Leanne believes
there's
that
something
the
in the
spirit
frame
that haunted their
that's
house
blurred
was
out.
now targeting her 6-year-old son. Soon after this video and several other incidents, Leanne and her family moved out. They had only lived in the house for 7 months, but they no longer felt safe.
Now, I could be like wrong about that, as well as the fact that whatever entity possibly is there is blurring that part of the frame. But yeah, there's a few subtle blurs in there. Let's take a look and let's take a notice at this side of the frame and this side of the frame, because I'm thinking there's a possibility that kind of cut. You can't see my mouse, but that side of the frame and that side of the frame, because it looks to me that there's a possibility that it might be kind of cut, like just how my finger went out of frame. Might be something like that happening there, possibly. So I want to see if there's any movement over on the side in front of the kid.
So, was Leanne's house haunted by the former tenant?
The shadow.
7 months, but they know.
There's two shadows.
Leanne and her family moved out. They had only lived in the house for 7 months.
I think there's two shadows. See, the thing is, if I they don't have a frame advance on YouTube, which kind of sucks, but yeah, I can. I'm already technically recording this, so I can look back through the frames a little bit and see. But it does look like there's
Soon after this
more
video
than one
and several
shadow there.
other incidents,
It's just
Leanne
me?
and her family moved out. They had only lived in the house for 7 months, but they no longer felt safe. So, was Leanne's house haunted by the former tenant? What do you think? The unwanted roommate. Popular paranormal investigator Chriselle Luna says that after 8 years of exploring haunted places, that some strange dark presence seems to have attached itself to her and even followed her home. At her new apartment in the Dominican Republic, she sets up multiple cameras around her home.
But I will tell you something though, as a somebody who's very like scientific and skeptical and stuff like that, if I see something that if kind of like, I'm not going to discount absolutely everything. If I do see something that looks like, I'm going to be like, yeah, you know what I mean?
In hopes of capturing the strange paranormal activity that she experiences on a daily basis. And it works. Late one night as Chriselle is sleeping in bed, her security camera catches something chilling. Grisel's bed begins to move, rocking back and forth on its own. Then a painting on the wall just sort of slowly rotates. The sound of the painting scraping along the wall wakes Grisel, but she's confused and has no idea where the strange sound might have come from.
Okay.
Cut to the next night, and Grisel is woken again by strange...
See, now there's a scientific theory of P-brains, which are the whole idea of multiple universes, and that there are universes just basically side up beside, right up on each other, and they're basically just like membranes kind of idea, and they're just all next to each other. And there's a place in space where when we send a telescope, like we look at it with a telescope, it's just fucking blackness, and it's a gigantic pile of blackness. There should be at least some kind of a star or something like that in there, and we just have blackness. So what one of the theories possibly is that may be a point where two of the P-brains of universes have kind of collided with each other, possibly. I don't really know, because I don't know a whole shit lot about physics, but I do watch a lot of those shows, and I believe that possibly, not believe, but one thing I could see possibly being something that would be out of the natural realm, well, it would be natural actually, but would be the idea that we could see another version of reality, like a different universe, rather than actually seeing the spirit of something that's passed on, which I don't, personally for myself, I don't believe that's the case. What I believe is that from what I know from science, we kind of go back into the ground and we become part of the cycle again. And eventually the sun's going to get real fuck off big. It's going to blow up and we're going to go and seed a whole bunch of other planets. And I like that idea. And I think that's cool. It follows with science, and it doesn't really need for there to be any magic involved. And for me, that works. But for whatever works for you is, I just want to look at kind of like these videos and see whether or not people are trying to pull the wool over people's eyes. Because that's another thing that I'm very much against, is the idea of people like mediums. When, like, psychics for fun, that's fine. But when someone is saying that I can hear the people that you've lost, and I know what they're saying, you can't prove to me 1,000% that is absolutely 100% right, and that you're doing that. And if you can't give me that proof, that is a terrible thing to do to somebody. I don't like the idea of that at all. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it's cold reading, it's mentalism tricks, things like that, and I think that is a very, very shitty thing to do. But I mean, there are people that are psychics for entertainment purposes, and it's known that it's entertainment purposes. But I've seen some of them that kind of blur that line and use that to talk to Edgar, who you haven't talked to in like a dog's age, because he fucked off to Cuba and now he lives down there, but he called on the phone. Wait a minute, that's Skype.
Sounds, but this time the bizarre noises are coming from her empty, dark bathroom. She grabs her phone and hits record. What she captures is absolutely unnerving. Okay.
So, audio during the next clip was mysteriously corrupted. Okay. I will tell you if there's anything in this. Yeah. And there's usually I find when they're doing those, it's all in good fun, and it's you're gonna meet a guy and it's gonna be fun and stuff like that. Or because I get told I'm gonna meet a lot of guys. But what I wanted to do for a stream was, I have tarot cards here. They're actually the Lords of the Trident tarot cards. And I was going to do a stream where somebody came in and they were like, read my fortune. I'd be like, I have no idea what I'm doing, but let's fucking do this. And I would I would have a deck of Uno, and I would have a tarot deck. And we would haul out a tarot card and then pick a card from the Uno to see how it affects your tarot card. That's how we would figure out what's going to go on. I would call it Teruno.
No por la noche, por todo, pero eso no me estaba escuchando. Ay, se muere. Ay, ay.
I'm gonna guess it's one of those real quick to. It's a fucking camera effect. You're fine. That's not gonna eat your soul. You're good. Oh, cool.
A creepy mist-like
I
figure.
had for a while. I had the Shakespearean tarot deck. It was really
when
cool.
she heads in to investigate, there's nothing there.
No.
So is Chriselle haunted by a dark presence?
Probably not.
Or just what is this? Let me know what you think. You can watch Chriselle's entire video and many more creepy explorations over on our YouTube channel.
Very hot, lingering fart.
Watching you. This next video was sent in by Nuke's top 5 viewer Felix Estrella from Gainesville, Florida. One very early morning, Felix admits that he was a little inebriated when he went outside for some fresh air. He then spots something truly bizarre.
Yeah, it looked like
in
it
a
could have been
garage
cigarette
window.
smoke.
He pulls out his phone and starts to film.
The audio production in this is really cheap. That was so bad that Streamlabs chatbot just fucking died. Like the program, exactly as I said that, stopped working. That is beautiful. That is wonderful. Oh my god, that is getting clipped. That's lovely. Did we enjoy that? I enjoyed that. Okay. Hey, how you doing? What face is iconic? That one in the yeah, look.
What the bro?
Yeah. All right. That Janis Joplin. Fucking is too, isn't it? Is that just me? Probably just me. I think that's who it is, though. Oh, fuck, it is too.
Okay, cool.
You're gonna get got. What are you doing?
A pale, creepy face can be seen watching Felix from the window. As Felix walks closer to the garage, the face mysteriously disappears.
That's
so
weird.
could it be that Felix caught some kind of ghost or entity by accident?
It didn't disappear. It moved.
Caught some kind of ghost or entity by accident? You tell me. Felix caught the face mysteriously disappears.
Do you see it right there? The face is still there. It's almost like whoever was behind Felix, whose face is being reflected in just the top half of the thing where you can't see through the screen, has now moved over to one side of Felix.
So could it be that Felix caught some kind of ghost or entity by accident? You tell me. Paranormal Nightmare. For the last 5 years, Kathy...
Really good horror movie I saw recently. It's like a reimagining of The Invisible Man. It's called Invisible Man. I think it was like from 2022 or 21. But the concept that they used for it was really neat. And the way that they executed it was really cool.
Gallagher from the YouTube channel Paranormal Nightmares says she's been experiencing paranormal activity in her home in Canada. Now, Kathy might seem
Fucking
familiar
move.
as I featured some of her spooky captures in her home before.
Geez, 80% of this land is not inhabited, so just pick another spot. That's not just swole up with all the fucking demons. All right, I'm going to tell you a bit of life advice. If you don't want to be fucked with by paranormal entities, do not have creepy ass porcelain dolls, especially ones that are in a goddamn box that have a fucking crucifix over top of them. You're just asking for it. You're just putting a giant sign that says fucking haunt me. Is that just me? Like, you're tempting fate right there. And what is with this? What is with this weird, strange glow by the carpet or darkness? Oh, it's a cat. Fucking cats, eh? Okay.
Kathy believes that the source of the haunting in her home might be her collection of antique dolls.
You don't
However,
fucking
Kathy
say.
doesn't want to get rid of the dolls as they belong to her aunt.
Well, put them in storage. Get yourself a locker and wait for somebody to fucking open that one up in a couple 100 years and stuff like that, and just be like, oh, let's see what's inside this storage locker from the 1900s. And they look in and they're like, nope. And they just shut it up and weld it shut. Yeah. There's a Scottish comedian named Frankie Boyle who said that the first thing that he would do if he was invisible is kick a mime to death. And I think that's beautiful because everybody would think that guy was like the best damn mime ever.
Who has now passed away. Kathy keeps the creepy dolls in the basement with a security camera monitoring
Sleep with
the
Annabelle's on your
area
bucket list.
24/7. So one day at around
That's a
3
three
p.m.
knuckler
in the
right there.
afternoon, Kathy's husband Jamie goes into the basement to quickly cut a piece of wood in his basement workshop. When
Loses
he
a
comes
thumb.
back out, he's a bit freaked by what he sees.
Yeah, those fucking dolls. Like, if you're gonna show me one of these moving... Cool, I have fishing line too. But if you're gonna show me one of the dolls, like, and their head just goes... That's not gonna surprise me at all. Those things are evil. That's part of the reason. Okay. I'm calling 100% bullshit on this right now. That he's going to do the magic trick thing. Yeah.
Hun?
Either something's going on in here, I'm having a stroke. Either way, I'm going to need you.
The chair the dolls are in seems to lean back on its own and just stays there, wobbling in mid-air.
But that,
Jamie can't believe his eyes and uses the piece of wood he was cutting to just kinda poke around the chair, looking for anything weird. But he finds nothing, even after checking on all sides.
I'm going to call further bullshit on this because he wasn't cutting that piece of wood. Who cuts paper laminate board with a saw? What absolute unit cuts paper laminated? Because one of the sides of that is damn white. It's particle board.
The chair drops back to the floor and Jamie has had enough. He decides to just
come back, bro.
Weird. It's cutting to just...
See? That's fucking particle board. You don't cut that with a saw.
Seems to lean back on its own and just stays there, wobbling
It's
in
true,
mid-air. Jamie can't believe his eyes and uses...
Look! That's bullshit. That's it. We found it. We figured it out. We did. This is lies. I'm sorry. There's one thing I know. You do not like. Why would you cut with the? Yeah. Well, that's not that weird. My buddy has like a room that's like a woodworking room. So that's not that odd. I'll give him that. But that board is all. It looks black because of the camera. It's probably a brown color. It might be a dark color like this one here. But it's got that paper laminate board on it because it's got that one white edge. That's all particle board. That's probably from like one of the entertainment centers or something.
This is the piece of wood
I'm
he
not
was
buying
cutting to
that.
just kind of poke around the chair, looking for anything weird. But he finds nothing, even after checking on all sides. The chair drops back to the floor and
it's like
Jamie
IKEA
has
shelf.
had enough. He decides
It's
to
a
just
big
get
shelf.
out of there. But Jamie isn't the only one who has had a terrifying experience in the house. In the middle of the night, Kathy hears noises coming
What are you
from
doing
the
on Twitch?
upstairs
Oh, just watching
bathroom.
paranormal
She
stuff and
returns
making
with
it no
her phone
fun?
and begins to record in the dark. Before long, things take a terrifying turn.
Oh shit.
Hey guys, it's 2:30 in the morning.
Cool. Not a
I'm
soul
in
in
the
sight.
upstairs bathroom. I was in here 5 minutes ago. By
Said he's
myself.
looking like a dope ghost town
And I
in a
heard
moonlit
something
winter
whisper my
night.
name, so I ran into the bedroom and got
summer
my
night.
phone. I'm scared shitless. I'm in here by myself. I've got the nightlight on. I'm sitting on the toilet. I'm just waiting to see if I can catch the voice again.
Don't worry, this is not how you die.
Who are you? Oh my god.
Well, have you ever heard that song Lullaby from The Cure? That's who the fuck I am.
Kathy is shocked as she sees what looks like a strange, misshapen shadow figure that seems to emerge right out of the darkness.
You got a prowler,
She says
lady.
She has no idea who or what it could be.
And
So is Kathy's house haunted?
well, if it is, something's weird because that is a puppet or something like that or whatever else. Because I am not a tall man, but look at the length of my damn arms. You can tell these are long. These are very, very, very short arms. That is weird. Look at this. Look at the length and weirdness of the arm. That's not how arms work. Yeah. I've had some terrifying moments on the toilet myself, but most of them have not been due to evil. Well, I mean, there's a lot of different forms of evil. And yeah.
Who or what it could be.
If it doesn't go down in 3 flushes, it
So is
deserves the
Kathy's
right
house
to live,
haunted?
and you have to
Are
name
the
it.
dolls haunted? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide.
I can tell you right now,
Kathy's videos over
the
on her YouTube
elaborateness
channel,
of
Paranormal
stuff that I
Nightmares.
would do like this,
Thank you
just
so
to
much for watching.
scare the shit out of my cats. You'd be surprised. Because I would. I would do dumb things like this.
Aye, that's me name. Do you realize this is kind of stupid? I don't want to do this. You can do your own jingle. I've got standards. I'm not doing it. No, not happening.